Welcome to part 2 of our series on navigating the NIAGADS Alzheimer's Genomics database. This video will cover features of the gene report page. Let's explore bin 1 for our example. On screen, you can see the gene report page for bin 1. The top of the page provides basic information about the gene, including gene name, alternate names, gene type, and location in the genome. Below this, there's a table that provides a summary of where the AD-associated variants that have genome-wide significance, a p-value less than 5e⁻⁸, are located. The color of the bar in the table indicates if the variant is upstream, downstream, or within the gene. You can hover over the bar to get a breakdown of how many variants fall into each bucket. If data are available, you can also see if there are gene variants associated with other neurodegenerative diseases of interest, like dementia. Let's take a look at the trait association section below. The trait association section is made up of two tables. The first table shows all the variants associated with the gene. By default, the table is filtered to show only those variants with a p-value less than 5e⁻⁸. You can filter the table in a number of ways. To do so, click on the Filter menu. Here you can change the stringency of the p-value applied to the data, filter by position in the gene, variant annotation, and sample phenotype. What's really nice about the filters on the site is that they're buildable. So let's say I'm only interested in ADSP variants that are located within the bin 1 gene. To do so, I can select these filters from the filter menu, and the table will now only show me variants that meet both of these criteria. To remove a filter, simply click on the filter menu and click Reset Filters. There are also a number of columns I can add to the table. To add a column, click on the Columns menu and toggle it on. To remove a column, simply toggle it back off. I can also search the table by text. Let's say I'm only interested in IGAP variants. As we can see here, we start with 425 variants, but when I type in IGAP here, I now only have 361 variants to navigate. Below this is the AD-related neuropathy and biomarker variants. You can see that none of the variants fit our default p-value filter, 5e⁻⁸. So if we remove this filter, we now see all the variants that are proximal and above our minimum threshold of significance, which is 1e⁻⁻3. I can filter these variants with the filter menu the same way I did the table above, and add additional columns the same way I did above. Below this is the GWAS catalog section. Here, I can see the published risk-associated variants from the NHGRI EBI GWAS catalog. The next section is the linked out section. This contains links to related gene resources like Ensemble and Uniprot, as well as many others. The final two sections cover functional annotations and pathway memberships. Let's take a look at bin 1 on the Genome browser. The next video will cover using the Genome browser.